Basketball awards, Eagles, Sixers, and a little Hall of Fame talk this week on Sports Talk Live. Let's get started.
Let's begin with some women's basketball news, as the Lady Rams have been perfect thus far, coming off a buzzer-beater victory against the University of the Sciences, 62-59, by true freshman Jasmine Clark.
Yeah, and what's I think is even more impressive than their undefeated record so far is just how great these freshman players have been doing. Jasmine Clark, as you said, with a buzzer beater. And then we have Dallas Eli is actually leading the team in scoring. So I don't think anyone really expected it. I didn't expect it, and it's really great so far.
You're right, Brian. And you can even see with our stars, our senior leader, Alex Lennon, only had 2 points last game, and we still were able to come up with a victory. So you can see how those freshmen have been stepping up and playing great, actually.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how they can grow and improve throughout the year.
Right.
So it's going to be really cool to see. All right, so let's move on from women's and go into some men's basketball. We actually have Riley with Harley Williamson from the men's team. Let's send it over to them now.
Thanks, Brian. I'm here with Harley. He's a senior on the basketball team. We're going to talk about the basketball season so far a little bit. You guys started 0-2, losing to Shaw and Chestnut Hill, but you've recovered nice. You beat Wilmington and University of Sciences, both on the road. Do you want to talk about any adjustments you guys made after those first 2 games?
We understood that we lost two games early, so we just knew that in order to accomplish what we feel like we can accomplish this season, that we just need to make a change. We need to all focus a little bit more, but it's definitely still a long road, so just got to keep plugging.
Yep, and you guys lost 2 seniors from last year's team, Khalif Foster and Lance McDowell, but you have a couple transfers that came in this year. How are the 2 teams different? You're on both teams, so how are they a little different from each other?
I feel like the 2 teams, they definitely have some similarities, but like you said, definitely two very different teams. Khalif Foster and Lance McDowell, they're definitely 2 key players that we had last year. Lance being a great scorer and Khalif just being a beast down low. So they'll definitely be missed, but with the guys we have coming in, and the returning players, I think that we should be able to do a good job.
Okay. Now you guys got some big PSAC games this weekend. You got Cal U tomorrow on Saturday, and then you have IUP who's undefeated on Sunday. Do you want to talk about how you guys are preparing going into those 2 games?
Definitely just a whole different focus because this weekend is our first 2 PSAC games. So in Cal and in IUP, they're definitely 2 strong teams over on that side. So we definitely have a whole new mindset going into these games because they like to bang it down low. Okay. So just focus for this.
So
weekend.
Rebounding is going to be a key in both these games, you think?
Rebounding is definitely big, and guarding the post is definitely going to be big as well.
Speaking of IUP, last year in the PSAC tournament, you guys had a huge game against them here at Hollinger. What was it like playing in that kind of environment on that big of a stage?
Loved it.
You loved it?
Loved it. I love the atmosphere. I love big games. I just had to go.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Hollinger that full before. It was pretty crazy in there.
Yeah, it was a good turnout.
What we like to do when we talk about the games, we like to throw a little projection out there, like prediction on what the game is. Do you have any kind of scoring range you think these games will be at for Cal U?
For the Cal U,
you think it's gonna be high scoring, low scoring, defensive battle?
I think it's going to be definitely a defensive battle.
So like 40s, 50s range.
I say 60 to 68 Westchester.
Okay. And what about IUP? Do they like to slow it down, or are they an up-tempo team?
Well, from last year, they're definitely an up-tempo team. The personnel this year, they have a lot of guys returning, but not a lot of new guys as well. So with them, I say we should get the W2, but that's definitely going to be a grind as well. So
that'll be a big win.
Yeah, so we got to definitely try and grind these 2 games out and get these Ws.
Okay. Now, do you have any shout-outs you want to say to any teammates or any coaches?
Ram Squad, Westchester.
All right, thanks a lot, Harley, for coming in. We really appreciate it. Good luck with the rest of your season and the games this weekend.
All right.
For now, let's start back over to the STL studio.
Well, thanks, Riley, for the great interview. But now, let's talk about some awards that some of the athletes here at Westchester recently received. Starting with football, linebacker Ronell Williams was selected to the first team All-Super Region 1, while both running back Rondell White and kicker Sean Leo were selected to the second team.
Yeah, and it wasn't just football receiving awards, as Westchester's women's lacrosse player Tori Dugan was named the 2013 Preseason Player of the Year in Lacrosse Magazine. If you want to check that out, go to laxmagazine.com. But that's all we have this week for Westchester Sports. Let's finish up, as always, with some Outside the Horns.
Unfortunately, we have to talk a little bit about the Eagles as they lost another one, this time on Monday Night Football to the lowly Panthers. As you may recall, last week's poll question was, Who will have more wins as the Eagles starting quarterback this season? Our fans have spoken, and they said Nick Foles by a slim margin, but considering that Foles has yet to win a game as a starter, this looks pretty doubtful. They are now on a 7-game losing streak. Taylor, Brian, where do we go from here?
Well, personally, I'm getting a little tired of talking about how the Eagles have sucked this entire year and how long their losing streak is now. But what do you guys think about Jason Babin being released? I mean, it was pretty bad for him. He's on one of the worst teams in the league, and now he gets released from that team. How could it get any worse? But he goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars, arguably the worst team in the league. What do you guys think about this?
Well, I think it sent a pretty clear message to the players. I mean, if you're not going to give 100%, they're going to get rid of you, plain and simple. So, and it's giving the young guys some time.
Yeah, Brian. I think it's just time just starting over now. He's a good player, but I wouldn't be surprised if after the year's over, a lot of other veterans that are pretty good players get cut. It's just time to start over, and as you can see, 3-8, we're not going anywhere soon.
Do you guys think that we're even going to win another game this entire year?
Well,
I don't know.
For me, I think we're going to win one more. One of these last couple games, when the games don't matter, we'll find a team. We play Tampa Bay at the end. I think we can beat. And even in our division, even though we got beat by the Redskins pretty good in Dallas, I still think we have a shot towards the end to beat one of those guys. So I think we get like one more win.
We may win one. We may not win any. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. The only thing that is going to get determined is how high of a draft pick we get. Right now, we're sitting at maybe a top 5 pick if we keep losing. But knowing the Eagles will probably win a few, and we'll probably end up like 7 or 8.
Right.
Moving on to the Sixers, they're currently 9-6 after pulling off a nail-biter to the Mavericks 100-98. As the Sixers continue to have success without Andrew Bynum, what do you guys think about the Sixers?
In my opinion, it all starts with Drew Holiday. He's playing absolutely out of his mind. He's averaging over 20 points a game, which is a huge jump from last year. If he keeps up playing the way he's playing, we're going to keep winning games.
You're right. I think the Sixers are playing great considering what they have without Andrew Bynum. They're really playing as a team, and they're winning the close games, and that's what they're going to have to do until he gets back.
Well, Taylor, you said when Andrew Bynum returns. I think the real question is if he will ever return. He's out way longer than what everyone expected. I mean, you never know. He could go bowling again, hurt his ankle this time. But on a real note, the Sixers are playing great. Like you said, Holiday is playing phenomenal. I like the way Jason Richardson is playing. I don't think anyone expected too much when he came over to Philadelphia, but he's really been playing great basketball. So I think we're fine. And, if Bynum comes back, that's a plus too.
Around this time every year, the ballot for the Baseball Hall of Fame is released, but this year has a few controversial names, such as Sosa, Clemens, and Bonds. Guys, what do you think about this year's ballot?
Well, Taylor, on this one, I'm a little torn. Obviously, these were all iconic baseball players, but they were accused of cheating, so I don't have too much of an issue with the fact that they're on the ballot. Personally, would I vote for them given the chance? No, I wouldn't, because it's not fair to everyone else who played their baseball careers cleanly. So in the end, I wouldn't vote for them, but I don't have a problem with them being on the ballot.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, Brian. I wouldn't vote for these guys just because they've been accused of cheating. And I feel like a lot of people share the same opinion. They have to get 75% of the vote just to get into the Hall of Fame. Plain and simple, I just don't think it's going to happen.
You're right, Briley. There's just no way I can vote for them, so it's not even a discussion. I don't think any of them will even have a shot at getting 75% of the vote. And I love watching them grow up, going to the games and seeing some of these guys, but there's just no way I can vote for them after they cheated.
Yeah, exactly, guys. I agree with you. But remember, that's just our opinion, and we want to hear yours. So this week's poll question will be, do you think players accused of cheating should be allowed in the Hall of Fame? Make sure to visit our website, sportstalklive.net, to cast your vote. And another quick reminder that if you have any sport you want us to cover, be sure to let us know. But that's all the time we have this week on Sports Talk Live. We'll be here next week, same time, same place. Take it easy, Westchester.